am really excited to share the following information with you because I'm all about breaking something down into a practical process. And over the weekend, I was listening to a podcast with who was Hal Elrod. If you came up with a 5-step process to use every single morning that can put you at the top of your game. One of those practices is affirmations. And if you're like me and you're like, I try affirmations, but hey, they don't work or they're not that effective, stay tuned. It breaks down the process of creating effective affirmations in your daily practice. So stick around, watch the video, and I hope you'll be inspired too. Hey everybody, thank you for stopping by and taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to watch this video today. I am very excited to bring you the things, the pieces, the information that come across my desk. I love sharing that because I'm like, holy crap, I get inspired and I want to inspire others with that information as well. Over the weekend, I was listening to a podcast by Dr. Mindy Pelz, and I'm really into Dr. Mindy. She's a functional medicine doctor who talks a lot about the healing power of fasting. On the podcast, Hal Elrod was one of the guests, and he was talking about the Miracle Morning. Now, I know the Miracle Morning. I've read the book 8 years ago. I practice savers, which is silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, which AKA journaling. So I bring that practice just about daily into my morning routine. But two things out of this podcast, which I kind of stumbled on it by accident because I thought, oh, Miracle Morning, I know about that. I don't need to listen to that again. But two things, and I really want you to go and listen to that podcast. Because the first thing is Hal shares his story of how he beat cancer with not only chemo, he went and educated himself on holistic ways of healing, plus using his mindset, overcoming it. And I really want you to go out and listen to that because I feel we all have within us the ability to heal. Our bodies can heal itself if we just get out of the way. Hal shares a story and it's very inspirational. And then the second thing he got into was affirmations and how to effectively set affirmations. And I want to take you through the whole process. And I really encourage you to practice this and start making this part of your practice because I really feel like the way he went about it and some of the points that him and Dr. Mindy pointed out can really impact your life. And I'm excited to start putting these into play into my own life. So first of all, what we need to look at is the time of day. Of course, the Miracle Morning, we're doing it in the morning. So why is that so important? So there's 2 times a day that really, really, really we can get into our subconscious mind. It's in the morning and in the evening, right when we're going to bed. And the reason why this is such an important time is it's because at those 2 times our mind is in the theta state. And when our mind's in the theta state, it's the doorway to our subconscious. And why that is so important is that because that's a key time that we can rewire our thoughts, reprogram the thoughts that are deep-seated in our subconscious. We are conditioned since the moment that we are born. We're like hard-grained conditioned by the time we're 7 into the cultural beliefs, the family beliefs and thoughts of what's the people around us. So we don't know anything different. That's all we know. But they're ingrained in us by the time we're 7. So the way to reprogram that thinking is to feed our mind at the time that we're in that theta state. So morning and night. What we do then is look at the top categories within our life. And what I mean by that is health, spirituality, money, relationships, your career or job or business. You can make up any other categories or subcategories that you really want to, that you find are important. With each one of these categories, what I want you to do is write down what the ideal situation is in each one of those. What does it look like? What do you desire? Like health, and be specific. I want to weigh 120. I want to be lean. I want to have good cholesterol. I want to have good blood work, whatever. What does healthy look like for you? Go on to money. What does money look like to you? What does the ideal money situation look like for you? You can do that in job, business, career. What does that look like? From that, after you have that vision for each one of these categories, look it over and ask yourself the following questions. Which one of these looks most unbalanced? Which one of these needs my focus and attention? Now, maybe it's more than one, and that's okay too. Write those two down, and then choose out of those two one that really, really needs. So how I usually go about this and can tell where I'm like not very balanced, or that may need attention, may need focus, may need nurturing, is that I might look at it and I just say, how does that feel? How does this feel in my body? And if I feel like there's resistance, or it doesn't feel good, or the picture might be off that I really want to create, I'm like, okay, that needs my attention. That needs my focus, my nurturing, my work. How can I start bringing in the questions then? What do I need to bring to it? What do I want to shape this? What do I want to cultivate in this area? So it's really digging down deep and asking yourself a lot of these questions. So once you've identified the top area that you want to work on, now we can bring in the affirmations. And that step, that is a 3-step process that Hal goes over in the podcast that I mentioned a little bit earlier. So the first step is to affirm what you are committed to. And this is the sentence we can use. I am committed to blank, and no matter what, there is no other option. I am committed to, and I'm going to use myself for an example. I am going to be 56. I know you'll probably hear that a lot. And I have this menopausal stomach going on. And if you know, you know. Women start to gain weight, or I don't even want to say gain weight because I haven't gained weight. What happens is our body starts changing and shifting. Our body starts to dump toxins into our fat reserves. Mine's in my stomach. So my stomach is feeling really unsightly. I am committed to working on my stomach. Now I can change that. I'm still working this process through, but that's where I'm going to build my affirmations off of. It's my health. And I know I need some dietary changes. I know I'm not balanced health-wise because I am accumulating fat in my stomach. So I am committed to losing my belly fat. And there's no other option. Step 2, affirm why it is a must. I am committed to losing my belly fat because it's detrimental to my overall health and well-being. I know that if I don't take care of this now at 56 years old, I am going and change my diet and live more healthy, that I am going to be 76. I'm going to have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart issues. I don't know what else. I mean, and maybe I'm blowing this all out of proportion, but I just want to be healthy at 76, 86, 96, 106. I don't know how long I'm going to live, but I want a healthy body. I want a healthy, agile, flexible body as I grow older. And I know this can not only help my physical body, it can help my spiritual, it can help my mental and emotional. And then the third, Affirm which actions you will take and when. Get clear and specific on this. And for me, my actions are right now, currently, I'm working on intermittent fasting with a low carb, low sugar, no processed food way of eating, bringing in healthy foods. My next thing will be nutritional supplements. That is after I move. And then I'm going to be starting to lift weights, doing strength training. I would really like to tweak these affirmations around this health journey that I'm going on, and play with it in my journal every day. So I just came across these, just putting them into practice, and I'm really excited and curious to see how they work out, see how it helps to support that desire, that dream, that goal that I have of losing my belly fat and having a flat stomach. So stay tuned. We'll see how it works. But I like to keep you along for the ride for that as well. I invite you to be curious, and I challenge you to do the affirmations in this particular way. I'd love to hear how you're doing it and taking that process and integrating it into your life, into your journals. And I want to know, are you doing savers? Do you do Miracle Morning? If you do, let me know what your routine is in the comments below. I'd love, love, love to hear about it. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Stay inspired, stay courageous. You got this. You can create a life you love. Love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.